So hello and welcome to today's video, and welcome to this particular art foamy, which is called Beacon. It is part of a set of two, and it's the second set, and it also comes with wrapped, which is this one, which you'll see in another video. So let's look at how I've worked on these particular ones. So that's just so that you could get a really good view of how it looks. I think for this particular one, I've done a lot more alterations and looking at different variations. And she comes with her eyes closed with a serene, very kind of strong, peaceful look. And in this particular one, what I've done is worked on card and stamped the design, and then I decided to use the length of the card to create her body. And after I had done her head part, I added paint across the paper and just kind of smeared them across, so you've just got a kind of a random kind of look, but they blend quite nicely. And then I've added some doodling, so you can do them. If you look, you can see the amount of additional cards that I've used. So it depends what the size of your art journal is, or wherever it is you're working. This would be nice on sort of like, say, if you were, doing a mural or something, and you could add the figures and, their dress. That would be lovely. And I've also added, in a shorter way, I've added it to my art journal. Again, I've stamped it on card, and I used the bottom half from a background that I had worked on, and I really loved the way it looked. So I cut off this part. Let's show you on this. So I cut off this part, so all you have is her head and this central part, and then attached it. And so in that way you can attach it to any style of dress that you want, and make it correspond with whatever else you've got going on the page. So we'll look at some additional ways as well. So I shared ways in which you can add to patterned paper, and using the pattern paper as colour, you can either use it in the face or the body, and then you can either doodle or add some other elements to that. But a lot of these have been done with alcohol markers, and I find they're just really easy, instant results, and you can get some really nice results from them as well. But I really enjoy working on pattern paper that's pre-printed, and using that in an aspect, as I said, either the face or the body. So I'll show you some that I've altered now. So we'll start with, they all want to come together. So we've got some with dark glasses. So she has had the back of the bun taken off, so it looks like she's got just a small afro there. Which I like that look as well. Here we have her eyes open. Again, I've printed on this kind of music paper styled background, vintage background, and given her her eyes have opened. And you can see the difference in the shapes. You can decrease the shapes, because the shoulders is quite wide on here, but you can take it to smaller if you want. This particular figure has got a pantsuit. So again, this was just paper that I'd been stamping on, and I decided to just print the head and then attach it, so you can either round it off or do it from behind there like that. Yeah. So we've got some additional looks here where I've taken the top of the hair and just allowed her to have the bun at the back. So that's another look. And then we have some more with either you know, glasses or no glasses. Here's one that I've used scrap papers, stuck it onto a page, and then attached the head to it. So again, using all the different types of papers that you may have. We've got the waxed, I've stamped on waxed paper, and I didn't get to finish. I started colouring this one, but using a water-soluble wax paint, if you're working on wax paper, it's easier with the water-soluble wax paint. And then we've got the bubble wrap, and again, I love the way that it looks. Do you want to come in? This one is really nice. So we take bubble wrap and we apply alcohol inks, and we get this nice surface that we can work on, and I've just stamped on here. Looks cool, doesn't it? Here's another one. Okay, and then if you want to, if you found one that you particularly like the look of, you can take it and reduce it in size, photocopy it, reduce it in size, and then for this one we've got different looks there. The glasses, her eyes closed, short hair, shorter hair, or hair in a bun, or with her eyes open. And you can play and experiment with that one look, and again see whether, you know, what you want to add to her, the clothes area or the background area, and just have fun and play. So I hope that gave you lots of ideas of what you can do with your stamps. Oh, before we go, I also worked on some fabric. So I printed the stamp, cut it out, and then attached it to this background here, and this says "Be Still." I stitched that. So I hope that that gives you some ideas and ways in which you can work. And if you do share, please tag me, and I'd love to share what you do and see what's inspiring you with this stamp. Again, this stamp is called Beacon, and I look forward to seeing what you create.